What's going on, legends? Let's run through a quick market and trade review from today's session. It's Friday, February 21st. Today was actually a good day, in my opinion. It's the kind of action I like, whereas the last few days it's been pretty choppy, volatile, and just not as many A-plus setups. Today was like a scalper's heaven, at least for me, and I'll show you why as I go through my trades. Typically, I only take between 1 and 3 trades. Sometimes I don't take any trades. Today, I took 6 trades. 2 of them I held a little bit longer. The other ones were really like quick scalps. There was a lot of volatility today. There was good follow through today. And we were trending. So I was able to take nice trending scalps and catch some really solid base hits. So first thing to note, we swept these highs from pre-market highs from yesterday, or you could just say yesterday's highs during London session. So we came up, we swept these highs on the hourly, we failed, and then we actually opened up through here as we were inversing this 1 hour fair value gap. All right, that was really important to start the day because coming into the session, I was primarily looking for shorts since we just swept this liquidity. We inversed this 1 hour fair value gap. Now I'm looking for some continuation moves back down towards London lows, as well as this hourly at 22,044, and then even this sell side from yesterday, which was yesterday's lows, and this hourly, which we actually hit perfectly. All right, so let's dive into the actual trades I took. I'm gonna drop to the 2 minute and 1 minute, depending on when my execution was. Actually, I'm just gonna pull up side by side. I'll do a 1 minute, a 2 minute, and let's even do a 5 minute as well, because I use a 5 minute on here. All right, so we'll have 5 minute on the left, 2 minute in the middle, 1 minute on the far right. All right, okay, so first trade I took came pretty early on in the session. Right, we swept those highs. We swept highs here. We came down and we started flushing aggressively before the market even opened. And we came straight into a previous hourly level that I had marked up yesterday that I wanted to keep on my chart. We were starting to get really overextended on all the time frames, right? We pretty much fell straight down. At this point, we were overextended about 75 points on the 5 minute. So once I started seeing price bounce a little bit on the 1 and the 2 minute, I was like, you know what? It's worth taking a little bit of a scalp. High risk, high reward, right? Yesterday, if you guys remember, we absolutely flushed and I lost some of these trades. But most of the time they work, especially when we never got a pullback. It was right after the open and we started falling pre-market. I was looking for a push back up into this imbalance that we left on the 2 minute and the 5 minute time frames, whether it was a bounce back to the open VWAP or the imbalance on the 2 through here or the 5 on here. All right, so we ended up getting that retracement, which I was looking for. This was just a really quick scalp for me. Wasn't going for a home run. The big move I was looking for was on the downside. So I took it at that hourly level and I trimmed for like 25 points. That was it. It was just not even a trim, just exit full. Enter, exit. Stop was super tight underneath this low. Was risking about 7 points to make 25. So solid first trade. And then the real trade I was looking for was if we could consolidate, pull back to the fair value gap or hold underneath VWAP in the open. I was looking for a short. So that was my bias. I was looking for it to move down to London lows. So what did I do? Right, bounce, retested VWAP right here. And then once we got this big rejection, I started seeing it sell off. I took the entry a little bit early so I get a better risk to reward because that was my thesis. That's what I was looking for. I didn't need the full confirmation all the way down here or even down here to take the entry. I took it around 160. So I got filled 160. Stop was above these highs. And then I trimmed a little bit at these lows right here. So I trimmed a little bit right there at those lows. And then I was out full as we continued down towards London lows because I didn't want to get caught in a sweep and then an aggressive bounce. So that was trade number 2 right there. Let's see, 160, stop over high. Take profit was right there. I could have held this one a little bit longer, but it was totally fine. It was a very aggressive, quick move. That's all I needed. So that was about 40 points right there. What's going on there? Oh, and then I took another quick bounce play. So I don't know why there's a wick missing on the 1 minute, but on the 2 minute, you can see huge move down, swept London lows. Once I started seeing buyers step in and we got slightly back over London lows, I took another overextended bounce play, looking for a retracement. And this one, I did sell early. I could have held this one longer and obviously caught a much bigger move. But again, I'm looking for a quick pop, quick scalp. I don't know if this thing's going to continue falling, so I don't want to really like try and hold on to a move while we're in an aggressive downtrend. So that was trade number 3, which was just this quick bounce play. Again, stop right below the lows right here, risking about 7. And I took about 20 on this one. So I guess 19 right here. I was trade number 3. That one actually would have been really nice if I held some runners to the 2-minute 9, but it is what it is. You know, that's the play. That's the strategy. I stick to it. I would have also have had the held through that big wick on the downside, which would have probably made me a little nervous. All right. Now I just waited. I waited. I didn't take a short here. I probably could have, but after seeing how aggressively we bounced, I was just a little bit more cautious. I didn't want to get stuck in a reversal after sweeping London lows. So I just waited, kind of chopped around through here. We had a super aggressive move down that we got bought back up, and I didn't want to touch that. There wasn't an entry for me to really get short. I also had demand down here. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to let this play out. I don't know if we're going to reverse here. I don't know what exactly is going to happen. Let this all cook. And then once we push back up and we rejected again, right, we kind of swept these highs a little bit right here. And then we had another big rejection here. Now I'm like, okay, I'm going to actively start hunting another short opportunity, which came from me on the 2-minute and the 5-minute right here. So once we broke down, we pushed back up, and then we got a nice signal bar through here. I did take a short around 68 right there. First trim was lows and the hourly level. And then once we held underneath that, right, we got a nice 2-minute close underneath. And then on the 1-minute chart, we got a nice close. We pushed back above a little bit and then we held. So the entry was actually on this bar right here. Once we held underneath for 2 bars, we pushed up, failed. I got short there. And then my first trim was down here on the 1-minute. And I just kept holding. And then I actually added to my position again right here. So you can see we basically got a trending sell setup right here. And then I was out full right around here at 77, 78. So I was really happy with that trade overall. I'll mark it up for you guys. So entry was around there. I had my stop over this 2-minute bar, so risked about 17 points. And then my final TP was down here for about almost 90 points, right? With some trims along the way and some adds along the way, because I added here and I added here. All right, so 2 adds, 2 trims. But was very, very happy with this trade. Overall, great risk to reward and played out well because we were actually trending. And then the last trade I took was all the way down here, and it was another bounce play. So 3 slingshot bounce plays today. If you guys haven't looked at the slingshot bounce playbook or you don't have it, let me know and I'll send it over to you. So this one, right, we had, let's zoom out again. We had these lows from, what was that, yesterday, right here. Swept the lows with an hourly level, 2 confluences. Again, we were getting pretty overextended on the 2-minute and the 5-minute, about 55 points. And on the 5-minute, about 80 points. So it fit my criteria. Once I saw that price was bouncing off the hourly level, I took my long. And then this one, because we were overextended, we had already fallen really far. We were sweeping a daily sell side level. I held on to it a bit longer and I was able to take that off at the 2-minute 9 here. So that was an exceptional one because of the volatility with the day, because of all those other factors. This one I was really, really excited for. And it played out well. So stop was a little bit below the lows. I gave this one a little bit more room in case I wanted to do another little wick. So I risked about 10 points on this one, which was totally fine. That's well within my risk parameters. And then to profit at about 45. And this one I took a little smaller size because I was already up good from the previous trade. And just something to talk about real quick. When it comes to risk management, I incorporated trailing max profit. So basically what that means is after I'm up a certain amount in my accounts, I will not trade on accounts or I will size down or both. So in this case, after the first 2 trades, I actually took 1 account off completely. Then after this trade, I sized it down So I was trading on 3 to start. After the first 2 trades, was only trading on 2. After this trade, was trading on 2, but now I was trading half size. So I caught this last trade half size because I don't want to give back a certain amount of profits. And that usually happens the more trades I take, the longer I go into the session, the more likely it is that I start giving back profits instead of making profits. So that's exactly how I manage my risk in that way. And I don't give back any more profits than I'm willing to or I'd like to. All right, so those are all the trades for the day. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next call. Peace. If you found this video helpful and you want to trade these exact setups live with me in real time, click the link in my description and you can join our trading academy completely free for 7 days. No risk to you at all, except for probably wishing you would have joined sooner. And in addition to all of the live trading, you can also join our weekly trader development calls. You can obviously check out our community, network with other traders, and enjoy our kick-ass personal development and trading resources. I'll see you in there.